Imagine reaching a stage in life where you've gathered a treasure trove of experiences, lessons, and hard-earned health wisdom, insights that could transform not just your days, but also how you connect with those closest to you. Today, you're invited on a journey to explore 5 secrets that wealthy seniors often keep close after turning 65, not out of mistrust, but to safeguard their peace and freedom. These aren't about hiding or deceiving. They're about embracing a life where your boundaries are honored, your independence shines, and your relationships stay strong. Stick with this adventure to the end. It might just shift how you see your family ties and give you a fresh sense of calm. Oh, and if you find this wisdom sparking something in you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to have you along as part of our growing community. Have you ever noticed how sharing too much can sometimes stir up more waves than you intended? As you get older, there's this pull to lay everything out for your family, thinking complete openness is the golden ticket to closeness. But here's a little nugget of life-changing wisdom. Not everything needs to be on the table. Take financial decisions, for instance. Picture Margaret, a sprightly 68-year-old who'd saved diligently over the years. She once casually mentioned her nest egg to her kids during a holiday dinner. Nothing extravagant, just a number. Suddenly, she found herself fielding opinions on how she should invest it, downsize her cozy home, or even gift some to the grandkids early. What started as a simple chat turned into a barrage of advice she didn't ask for, leaving her wondering why she'd opened that door. Money is a tricky beast, isn't it? You might think spilling the beans about your savings or that little rental property you picked up years ago will clear the air, but often it just muddies the waters. Family members, bless their hearts, might start nudging you with suggestions, or worse, eyeing your choices with a bit too much interest. Margaret learned the hard way that once people know your financial picture, they don't know it. It's not that you can't trust them, it's that their well-meaning concern can feel like a spotlight on your every move. Have you ever felt that subtle shift when someone starts watching your wallet a little too closely? Keeping those details under wraps isn't about secrecy. It's about holding on to the reins of your own life, free from unsolicited input. Now, let's ease into something else you might not need to broadcast: those everyday health hiccups. Sure, as the years tick by, your body might creak a bit more. Maybe your knees grumble after a long walk, or you're feeling a tad more tired by noon. It's tempting to share these with family, especially since they care about you deeply. But pause for a second and picture this. You mention a stiff shoulder to your daughter, and before you know it, she's Googling remedies, booking you a chiropractor appointment, and suggesting you cut out your morning coffee. Suddenly, a small ache turns into a family project, and you're left wondering how you lost the driver's seat in your own health story. There's a quiet power in keeping minor health woes to yourself. Take James, a 70-year-old who loves his garden. He once told his son about some lingering back stiffness, thinking it was no big deal, just a chat over tea. Next thing he knew, his son was hovering, insisting he hire help for the yard and skip his beloved weeding sessions. James didn't need that. He knew his limits and managed just fine with a hot pack and a stretch. Sharing too much shifted how his family saw him, from the guy who'd always tended his roses to someone they thought needed coddling. Major health stuff. Absolutely, loop them in. But those little twinges, holding them back keeps your independence intact and your loved ones from fretting over what's not broken. What do you think? Ever had a small complaint spiral into more than you bargained for? Speaking of family, let's wander into the tangled web of their disagreements. You've seen it all by now: siblings squabbling over who gets grandma's old clock, or your niece holding a grudge against her cousin for something that happened a decade ago. It's natural to want to step in, play peacemaker, or just say what's on your mind about who's in the wrong. But here's a story to chew on. Linda, 67, once tried to settle a spat between her two adult kids over a holiday plan gone awry. She laid out her honest take, thinking she'd smooth things over. Instead, both turned on her, upset she'd picked a side, and the tension lingered long after the turkey was cold. Family fights have a way of sorting themselves out, or not, without your 2 cents. Jump in with your true thoughts, and you might find yourself the unexpected bad guy, even years later. What if you told your nephew you think his wife's too bossy, or hinted your sister's parenting could use some work? It feels good to vent in the moment, but those words stick like glue. Linda learned to smile and say, "I'm sure you'll figure it out," and it's kept her out of the fray ever since. Why not try that next time a family storm brews? Staying quiet doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're choosing peace over drama, for them and for you. If this resonates, drop number 3 in the comments. I'd love to know you're with me on this journey. Now, let's shift gears to something a little softer, but just as powerful. Those whispers of regret that creep in when you look back. Maybe you wish you'd taken that job in another city, spent more evenings with the kids instead of the office, or chased a dream that slipped away. It's human to reflect, and sometimes you feel like sharing those what-ifs with family, thinking it'll bring you closer. But here's where it gets tricky. Your son might hear, "I wish I'd work less," and think you're saying he wasn't enough. Your spouse might catch a whiff of an old regret, like that summer fling you never pursued, and wonder if they were just a consolation prize. Take Sarah, 66, who once mused aloud to her daughter about wishing she'd traveled more in her youth. She meant it as a wistful memory, nothing more, just the scent of far-off places she'd dreamed of, like salty sea air or the spice of a Moroccan market. But her daughter took it as a hint that her childhood tied Sarah down, and a quiet guilt settled between them. Regrets are yours to wrestle with, to learn from, maybe even to smile about in private. Sharing them doesn't rewrite the past, it just risks casting shadows on the present. So, why not keep those reflections tucked away, like old letters in a drawer? They're yours to cherish, not to burden others with. If this hits home, let me know with a number 4 in the comments. Your thoughts mean the world. Let's circle back to money one last time, because it's a thread that weaves through so much of life after 65. You might feel the urge to lay out your full financial hand. How much is in the bank? What's earmarked for the future? Or even those lean months you're navigating. But here's the catch. Oversharing can shift the ground beneath your relationships. Tell your family you've got a tidy sum saved, and suddenly your cousin's asking for a loan, or your kids start hinting at their inheritance plans. Admit you're pinching pennies, and they might hover, worrying you're one step from trouble, or worse. Start steering your budget like it's their ship to sail. Consider Tom, 69, who once let slip to his brother that he'd built a nice little cushion. Next family barbecue, his brother was pitching a surefire business idea, expecting Tom to foot the bill. It wasn't malice, just a shift in how Tom's money changed their dynamic. Keeping the full scope of your finances close isn't about distrust. It's about staying the captain of your own course. Share what's needed, like your will or a trusted executor's role, but let the rest be yours to steer. Ever seen money talk twist a relationship? It's a gentle reminder that some cards are best played close to the chest. As this journey winds down, take a breath and think about these 5 gems of wisdom. Holding back isn't about building walls. It's about tending to your own garden, keeping it lush with peace, dignity, and love. Have you ever shared something and wished you could reel it back in? Or maybe kept quiet and felt the calm that followed? Aging brings this beautiful clarity. Your freedom and joy don't hinge on spilling every detail. They grow when you choose what to share and what to cradle close. It's a partnership between you and your life, one where you decide what keeps the harmony humming. You're not alone on this path. We're in it together, learning and growing with every step. What's one thing you're taking away today? Drop it in the comments. I can't wait to hear how you'll weave this into your own story. Your voice fuels this community, so don't hold back there. If this sparked something in you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who'd love to join us. Let's keep building this circle of wisdom together. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one with more to explore.